Okay, welcome back, YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us at for this next sound and pranic healing ceremony. So before we start, let's just ask for blessings. So to put your hands over your heart. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the great, great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. To my spiritual teacher, Master Chokok Sui, Lord Mahaguru Jumiling, to our sacred teams, Mother Earth, all the plant medicines, to our higher souls, our divine selves, we humbly ask for your divine blessings, love, kindness, compassion, for divine illumination, divine oneness, abundance of prosperity, inner healing and physical healing, for the inner strength to continue with our spiritual practices, for divine assistance, divine soothing healing energies, divine guidance, divine protection. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and in full faith, so it is. Okay, so for those of us on YouTube, just to give context, for those of us that were on the call, we were having a discussion about relationships and anger and some other kind of deep things related to that. And I think that could be a really good thing to explore in today's video, is not only forgiveness, but a little bit of relationship healing. And this is something that as far as like energetically healing it, I don't have a ton of experience with it, however, I do know the technique and how it works. But I really want you to direct you to the description down below, because there's going to be a video from my teacher, Master Ko, where he's going to go in really deep depth on healing relationships and his take from a pranic healing perspective about how to really move through these different things. And I'm going to do my best to kind of share from my perspective on different things I've found to be helpful when it comes to not only creating a healthy relationship, but maintaining one as well. So you've heard me talk about, if you've seen any of my previous videos, that one of the biggest things to be able to move through is forgiveness and letting go of anger. And I'd highly encourage you to check out any of those other videos on the channel where I talk about it a little more in depth. But to just kind of give an overview, I really like the way that my teacher, Master Ko, and his teacher, Master Chokok Sui, who is the founder of modern pranic healing, and where I get a lot of this knowledge from, I really like the way that they kind of split up forgiveness. In the way they talk about it, there is outer forgiveness and inner forgiveness. So outer forgiveness is essentially what you do with the person. It is what actions, what words, how do you kind of deal with whoever this person is that you're having a conflict with. And that could be any range of reactions. So it could be something as simple as, we need to have a conversation, we need to set some boundaries, set some ways of being that we both do moving forward. So maybe it's like you have these conflicts with this person, maybe they do certain things that annoy you or frustrate you or make you feel angry, and maybe they have no idea that it makes you feel that way. So it's on you to speak up and say, when you do this, I feel angry, I feel upset, frustrated, and here's what I would want us to do instead to continue to or create a better relationship for us, because I'm feeling upset, I'm feeling angry, it's stressing me out, whatever it is. And really that goes into one thing that I've found to be really, really helpful when it comes to how we communicate is a a form of communication called nonviolent communication. There's a book on that. It's by, I don't remember who it's by actually. Let me see. It's a book, Nonviolent Communication. It is by, hold on. Sorry, I'm looking up the link. It is by Marshall B. Rosenberg and Deepak Chopra. So highly recommend that book. One of the main things that it talks about in that book is separating out what we are feeling and what we are thinking. So for example, some people will say like, I'm feeling, and then they'll say a thought about something. Like, I'm feeling like, I don't know, just a stupid example. I feel like this bowl is round. I feel like this thing is cylindrical, or like a pencil or something. And really that's not necessarily a feeling, that's more of a thought. Like, I think it's a round thing. I think that's like this mallet is more like circular or like a pencil or whatever. Versus like, maybe when I look at this mallet, I feel a certain thing. And I'm using very like, hopefully non-triggering examples here, but it's like, okay, like when I look at this, I think of a pencil, and then I am reminded of a memory in school where I took some notes and I felt like I was confused. So maybe this feeling of confusion or maybe frustration, like I feel whatever it is, XYZ. I feel confused. I feel angry. I feel sad. I think that blah, blah, blah. And that is really like the core concept of this book. So another really important thing, just to kind of add on to that topic, I would really try to avoid saying things such as, for example, I'm always an angry person, or I'm always sad, or this person is always this way. They'll never change. I'll never change, etc. The reason you want to avoid that is because it solidifies a belief around never changing, never having the ability to change. Versus if you just slightly change your language around, say, from going from I'm always an angry person to I feel very upset, feel very angry right now. That shifts it from this is always going to be this way to just in these moments right now, I'm feeling a lot of intense anger or sadness or whatever it might be. And it gives the ability for it to pass and for it to kind of flow out of you, because it doesn't like hold it in with the way that you kind of speak about it. So these are some of the things that I would highly recommend when it comes to any kind of relationship, is just really looking at how you speak to the person. Are you assigning, this is another thing from the nonviolent communication book, are you assigning emotions to them? Like maybe they do something and then you say, you're angry. And that would, in that book, be considered like a violent communication, or it's like assigning an emotion to them that they may not necessarily be feeling. Versus, as opposed to saying, you're angry, you say something like, I think that you're angry right now. Is that correct? So it's not assuming and assigning the emotion. You're picking up on something, you think that it is a certain way, and then you ask them, I think you might be angry, is this correct? And you're verifying, like they get the ability to go, yes, I am angry, or no, I'm actually not. I'm just expressing passionately, or whatever it is. So these are things to begin to look at when it comes to the way that we communicate with people. So again, nonviolent communication, really recommend the book. Check out the video from my teacher, Mr. Ko, down below. All of this is going to be talked about in those videos and also in the book. When it comes to energy healing with relationships, and this might be difficult for some of you to hear, but when we complain, when we talk negatively about somebody, even if they're not present physically, what ends up happening energetically is we shoot off little thought forms about the person. So let's say we are talking with our friends about somebody else. And we're going like, oh my God, like they did this thing and they're such a terrible person and they blah, blah, blah. They did all these things and I can't believe they did this. What's essentially happening energetically is you are shooting off thought forms towards that person, and kind of solidifying and reinforcing that, like, that's how they're going to be. That's how it is. On top of that, if you want, like, say, like, let's see, what was the example my teacher used? Let's say you're trying to help somebody get better and they make a mistake, and then you just go, oh my God, you're so terrible. How could you make this mistake? As opposed to being more loving and kind to the person and saying, like, it's okay, you made a mistake. Let's learn from this and move on. Like, there's a very different feeling and energy with that. On one side, on one example, you made a mistake, it's okay, let's learn from this and grow from this, versus you're so terrible, you'll never change, oh my God, how could you, etc., etc. One of these is going to promote growth and another one is going to promote them being stuck and staying in a certain way, and then also potentially even like ruining their self-esteem in some way, or hurting their self-esteem is a better way to put that. This is especially true with parents to kids, like young kids. Young kids don't have the ability always to like discern or let go of things, and it can traumatize them in certain ways. And that can kind of carry off into adulthood, which it has certainly in my life, and I'm sure all of us have experienced this to a certain extent. Because again, like, no one's perfect. So these are just some things. I'm just kind of listing off things that I've been aware of. It's things to look at and think of when it comes to relationship healing. Stepping back into the forgiveness piece, the inner forgiveness is also very, very important. And contrary to outer forgiveness is going to be case by case. It's going to depend on the situation. And I would say that outer forgiveness is for most, but not all. Inner forgiveness is for all, no matter what, no matter how justified. Inner forgiveness is for all, no matter what, no matter how justified you feel in whatever actions it is. And the reason for that is inner forgiveness is the inner world. It's how we feel on the inside. If we continue to hold on to anger towards whoever it is, or resentment or hatred or whatever it is, it tends to just fester and cause problems in the body. Internally forgiving somebody does not mean that we allow somebody to walk over us, or to not set boundaries with certain people, or to take certain actions to protect ourselves. However, internally, you can recognize that this is just a person or a soul. They're making certain mistakes, and we all make mistakes because that is what we are doing. We are all evolving. And in order for us to grow and evolve, it requires us to make mistakes. And right now, this person, this soul, is making a mistake. I forgive them because I've made mistakes, maybe even worse mistakes, either in this life or a past life. And in order for me to receive forgiveness, I have to be able to give it out. So this is kind of pointing to one of the prayers, St. Francis of Assisi, which is something that we use a lot in the pranic healing. It's also in Christianity, things like that. But one of the key things in that prayer is it says, it is in the giving that we receive. So kind of pointing also to the golden rule, or the law of karma, which are all kind of the same essence, the same lesson or teaching, which basically says everything we put out will come back to us. I'm going to treat this person like how I want to be treated. I'm going to speak kindly to them, nicely to them, because I want to be spoken kindly to and nicely to. I want to give money to charity because I want to generate money in my own way. I want money to come back to me. It will come back. Everything we put out will come back. And if you're experiencing maybe a bunch of negative stuff, or even initially, like the trap that some people fall into is like, well, I gave money, why is it not coming back? Well, I spoke nicely to this person, why are they mean to me now? Still mean to me, whatever it is. That doesn't necessarily mean that that specific person is going to bring the good karma back to you. It just means that in some way, from some source, it's going to come back to us. That might be from the same person, it might be from a totally different person or a different organization. We can never predict how it's going to come back to us. Only God and the Lords of Karma really know that. But just know that it is, it goes into it really deep. It's just the law of karma, it will come back. So that's some things. So let's dive in on this a little deeper. Let's make it a little more real. So I want you to think about one person that you feel upset with, or angry with, or resentful, or whatever it might be. Ideally, somebody that maybe is like, if you had to rate it out of 10, it's more than a 5. And this is somebody that you desire to have a better relationship with. And just want you to think about whoever this might be. Maybe it's your spouse, maybe your husband, wife, maybe it's your kids, whoever it might be. Just think about whoever that person is. And before we start, I just want you to rate out of 10 how upset, and for those of you on the call, you can just type in the chat, how upset you feel towards this person out of 10. And the reason I'm asking this is I want to get a gauge or kind of a idea about where you're at before we go through the exercise, so that we can both see, not just for me, but also for you, to see what has changed from now until after the exercise as far as how you feel towards this person. So just give it a number. For those of you watching on YouTube, comment down below. Let me know what the number is before and after so we can see like what changed. Maybe share your experience if you'd like when we're done with this. I would love to hear. So, okay. So before we start, can let the number go for a second. Just thinking about this person, thinking about all these times where you felt upset with this person. I just want you to think and reflect. You don't have to answer me, or write, you can write in the chat if you really want, but I want you to sit and reflect on these questions that I'm going to ask you. And these are questions that I kind of plucked from my teacher, Master Ko, one of his videos on forgiveness. Highly recommend checking out his stuff. But just sit and listen and reflect, thinking about this person. So when it comes to this person, is it possible that they have a mental illness? Is it possible? I'm not saying it's true, just is it possible? Is it possible that the reason they acted this way, that before you had this encounter, they had a bad or even traumatic event occur prior to it? Is it possible? Is it possible that this person acted this way because of their upbringing? Is it possible that this is happening because this is a mirror for me to learn certain lessons I have not yet brought to the surface? Or put a little more spiritually, is it possible that the lords of karma are putting this mirror up because I did something similar to someone else? Is it possible? Is it possible that this is preventing me from making a bigger mistake? Is it possible that this has happened to create some humility in me so that in the future I'll be more aware of how I talk and how I act? And is it possible that this is happening because this is one of the biggest obstacles that prevents me from having inner peace? So just checking in. For those of you in the chat, you can write in the chat. Before we do the next part to the exercise, has the number changed at all? Has it decreased? Has it gone up? Where's it at? From what to what? Just listening to those questions, reflecting on this person. Did anything change? Okay. So now we'll take it a little more deeper. We'll do an exercise to see what we can release. So what I want you to do is put your hands over your heart like this and close your eyes. Imagine this person in front of you, maybe 15 feet away, not right in front of your face, maybe 15 feet away. Just imagine you're looking at this person and just verbally repeat after me. Namaste. The presence of God in me honors the presence of God in you. Namaste. Now imagine them turning into brilliant light. After all, we're forgiving the soul, not the body. And again, verbally repeat after me. Namaste. The divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. We are all children of God. We are all growing and evolving. Evolution involves time, process, and lots of mistakes. I've had my share of mistakes and learned from them. So can you. May God's peace and love be with my soul, and may God's peace and love be with you. Namaste. Now be aware of your lower back, the Ming chakra. Be aware of the upper back heart chakra. Be aware of the crown, the top of your head, and be aware of a brilliant light floating just above the crown. So be aware of the lower back. Breathe in through the nose, bringing the awareness up to the upper back. Breathe in, bringing it up to the crown. Breathe in, up to the light. Breathing in and hold. And letting it go through the mouth. Verbally say, you are completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. So be aware of the lower back again. Breathing in through the nose, bringing it up to the upper back. Breathing in, up to the crown. Breathing in, up to the light. Breathing in and hold. And letting it go through the mouth. Verbally say, you are completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. Leave your awareness on the light above. Okay, we'll do that one last time. So awareness on the lower back, breathing in, bringing it up to the upper back, breathing in, up to the crown, breathing in, up to the light, breathing in and hold, and letting it go through the mouth. verbally say, "You are completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you." Just open your hands at the heart, palms facing outwards. Verbally say, "May you be blessed with inner peace, with inner healing. May you also learn from your mistakes and spiritually grow. You are completely forgiven. I release you. Namaste." So be it, so be it, and so it is. Okay, open your eyes, look at me, and just do this and say, cut, cut, cut. So we are, for awareness, we're cutting the cord between us and the anger we feel towards this person. So we're doing relationship healing. We're going to just start with forgiveness. So we're cutting the anger that we feel towards this person, letting that all go. So now, what I want you to do, put your hands at the chest, palms facing outwards. Again, close the eyes. And just focus on the center of your chest. And think of somebody that you love dearly. Think of a time when you felt love, when you felt joy, a time when you felt happiness, remembering what it felt like in those moments, smiling, allowing the heart, the love in your heart to expand. Can you feel the love in your heart expanding as you remember these moments or think of this person? So now be aware of your heart and your hands and imagine this person that you love dearly just 10 feet in front of you and just shower them with love. And just say, "From my heart to yours, I shower you with much affection, much love." Just imagining pink light from your heart going out through your hands and flooding this person in front of you, this person you love dearly, flooding them with beautiful pink light. Allowing the peace, the love to flow through you. Now, I want you to think about the person from before, the person that you want to have a better relationship with, that maybe you've been experiencing some challenges with. Now picture them about 10, 15 feet away from you. And again, imagining pink light from your heart going to your hands and showering this person in beautiful pink light. And just allowing them to be filled with pink light. And we'll use the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi to do a kind of a small Twin Hearts meditation as taught to us by my spiritual teacher, Mr. Chokok Sui. We won't go through the Hague, we'll just do partial so we can get a little bit of relationship healing. But again, pink light on the heart through the hands, showering this person in love. Silently follow along, repeat after me. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Feel the peace and the love flowing through you, showering this person in peace with love. Where there is injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there is doubt, let me sow faith. Where there is despair, let me sow hope. Allowing yourself to be a channel for peace, for love, for forgiveness, hope and with faith, light and lots of joy. And say, where there is darkness, let me sow light. Where there is sadness, let me sow joy. And again, just allowing this pink light to flow through you, saturating this person in pink light. Just keep allowing the energy to flow through. We'll do a little more to help cleanse the cords between you and this person. Just relax, be receptive. Say, yes, I, the soul, am super receptive, super conductive to all the blessings, to all the love. Just allow the energy to flow through. Just keep allowing the energy to flow through. We're cleansing your cords between you and this person, just allowing it to flow through. If you're sensitive, you might feel something. Just continuing to bless and saturate this person in beautiful pink light. May any trauma energies be completely disintegrated. May any anger, resentment, energies of miscommunication, fear, anxieties, any type of negative energy, may they all be disintegrated in these cords completely and thoroughly with the help and blessings of God and all the higher beings. My spiritual teacher, Master Chokok Sui, Lord Mahaguru Jimeling. May all these negative energies be completely and thoroughly disintegrated in these cords between you and this person. Thank you. Okay. So now, continue imagining this person. And imagine you and this person standing looking at each other. Imagine you're looking at it from the outside. And imagine, put your awareness on your heart and your crown, and imagining pink and golden light coming out of your hands, surrounding both you and this person in beautiful pink and golden light. And the rest will be done for you. Just allowing the relationship, the intention of whatever you want with this relationship, for healing, for a better relationship. Imagine you smiling at each other. If it's a business relationship, maybe shaking hands, smiling, laughing. May this relationship be blessed with greater communication, greater love, greater understanding, greater trust. So be it. May this relationship be blessed by the divine supreme God, all the higher beings, angels of relationship, angels of love. So be it. My Master Chokok Sui, Lord Mahaguru Jimmy Lang, thank you. So be it. Okay, so open your eyes, look at me, and just do this and say, cut, cut, cut. You're not cutting the cords between you and this person. You're cutting the cord between the projected energy from you. Okay. How do you feel? For those of you in the chat, what's the number at now? And for those of you on YouTube, again, like, let me know what was that experience like for you? I would love to get some feedback. I haven't done that before with a bigger group, so please let me know what you experienced. And again, for those in the chat, just let me know. What is the number at? What changed? Is anything different? Gone down to like a 6. Okay. And I assume it was a 10 before, correct? Okay, good. Awesome. Yeah, for those in the chat, you can go on the YouTube channel, Soul Resonance Healing. Feel free to repeat this as many times as you like. Again, with any of these forgiveness techniques, oftentimes they take more than one time. It can take multiple times with people, especially if we've built up a lot of anger, resentment, those kinds of feelings over a long period of time. It can take a while to really cleanse it and kind of get that out of the body, out of the system. So I highly encourage you to go back and repeat this until it's, ideally until it's 0. And one other thing to be aware of, this does happen for some people. Sometimes we go through this kind of exercise, and maybe it might feel like, oh my God, there's way more suddenly. Like I was at a 5, and now I feel like I'm even more angry. Now it's at a 10 or an 8 or whatever it might be. And just know that that actually is a good sign. And the reason for that is that you are probably, most likely, you were unconscious of how much was actually there. And as it releases from the body and comes out, almost like it's kind of a disgusting way to put it, but like almost like you're vomiting it out or kind of diarrheaing, whatever. You're vomiting all this stuff out. It's coming out, like a lot of it. As it's being released, you will become more aware of how much is actually present. And it can seem like it's more in the moment, but just know that you are actually releasing a lot of it. It's not necessarily energizing it. You're just releasing a lot and becoming more aware of it as it's being released. So if you keep repeating this exercise, it might initially go up, but then you'll realize as you repeat it over maybe every day for maybe a week or 2 weeks, you'll see it kind of spike up and then go down and go further down than what it was in the start. So this is just to encourage you to repeat the exercise over and over for a while, because that can sometimes happen for people, and I think it's important to point that out. Okay, so any questions before we shift into the sound energy healing part from anyone in the chat? For those on YouTube, you have to join the Zoom call to get your questions answered. Oftentimes we will chat before I'll do the recording, just to kind of give chance for people to ask questions and to get anything they want kind of helped with in their life. We'll kind of talk through that stuff. But okay, so let's briefly talk about the sound energy healing, and then we'll get into that. And yeah, so one of the most important things throughout the sound energy healing is to relax, allow, and receive. The more that you relax, allow, and receive, the better all of the healing is going to work for you. It's a natural tendency of the body to tense up when we experience something that's challenging or difficult to experience or feel. Oftentimes, when we feel stressed, when we feel any kind of negative emotion, negative thoughts, the body will tend to kind of do this almost as a way to protect itself. So the more that you can allow yourself to relax and receive and let go of whatever is present, the better all of the healing is going to work for you. A lot of the sounds, a lot of the energy has a tendency to vibrate and kind of pull out certain energies, certain things that might be present in the body as they come up during the healing. That tension will have a tendency to hold some of that in. Some of it may release, and you'll get some relief from that, but tension will actually hold a lot of it in. So the more that you can relax, the better it will work. One simple hack that I like to give people is if you start to experience any of that stuff, you can simply say to yourself or silently say to yourself, I allow, and then whatever the thing is. So if it's like a clenched jaw, I allow this clenched jaw. If you notice your fists are clenching, I allow my fist to be clenched. If it's an emotion, I allow this emotion. I allow this anger, this sadness, whatever it is. If it's a thought, if it's a bunch of thoughts flying around, I allow these thoughts. I allow this thinking. I allow. And for most people, just by simply giving yourself permission to experience those things, you will then simultaneously relax, because it's like almost giving your permission to experience it allows you to go, okay, it is okay to feel this. It's okay to be in this. I let this go. So, yeah, I think that's mainly it. I think let's get started. So I just want to invite you to either remain seated or lay down, whichever is good for you, and we'll get started in just a moment. Okay, so just inviting you to close the eyes if you haven't done so already. We'll do a few slow, deep breaths together, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, expanding the belly, letting it go through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, expanding the belly like a balloon, and holding, and letting it go through the mouth. One last one, in through the nose, and letting it go. Allowing the breath to return to normal with the eyes still closed. I want you to imagine, sense, feel, or see this violet light is washing over your entire body. And this violet light is entering into every part of your being, saturating the blood, the bones, all the organs. Every cell in your body is saturated in violet light. And just allowing, relaxing, and letting go. Be aware of a brilliant light floating just above your crown. Be aware of the stillness in that brilliant light. Be still. Be aware. And let go. Let go. Let go. Be still. Be aware. And let go. Let go. Let go. Gently, gently coming back to the body. Gently coming back, keeping the eyes closed, remaining still and aware. We'll do some gentle cleansing on your body. So be aware of your crown chakra, the top of your head. The divine energy is coming down, deeply and thoroughly cleansing your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is deeply and thoroughly cleansed. Be aware of the Ajna chakra, the place between the eyebrows. The brilliant energy is cleansing your Ajna chakra, allowing the energy to leave. Your Ajna is being deeply and thoroughly cleansed. The brilliant energy is going down, down, and cleansing your throat chakra, your jaw chakra, secondary throat chakras as well. Your thyroid gland is being deeply and thoroughly cleansed. The divine energy is going down to your back heart, the upper back. Your back heart chakra is deeply and thoroughly cleansed of all negative energies, all betrayal energies, now deeply and thoroughly cleansed. So be it. The divine energy is going down to your front solar plexus chakra, the place between the ribs. Your front solar plexus chakra is deeply and thoroughly cleansed of all negative energies. Your liver is being cleansed. Your front solar plexus is being cleansed. The divine energy is going into your back solar plexus chakra, the place your mid-back is located. Your back solar plexus chakra is deeply and thoroughly cleansed of all negative energies. Your kidneys are being deeply cleansed. Your liver is being cleansed. So be it. Just allowing the energies to leave. So be it. The divine energy is coming down and cleansing your navel chakra, the place your belly button is located. Your navel chakra is deeply and thoroughly cleansed. The divine energy is going down, down, entering into your sex chakra, where the pubic bone is located. Your sex chakra, your reproductive organs are all deeply and thoroughly cleansed of all negative energies. So be it. So be it. So be it. The divine energy is cleansing your entire spine, going down, 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 entering into your basic chakra at the base of your spine. Your basic chakra is deeply and thoroughly cleansed of all negative energies. All poverty consciousness is now deeply and thoroughly cleansed and disintegrated completely and thoroughly. So be it. Your perineum is being cleansed. The divine energy is cleansing your hips, legs, all the way down to the soul chakras at the bottom of your feet. Your soul chakras are deeply and thoroughly cleansed of all negative energies now. So be it. Your shoulders are always also being deeply and thoroughly cleansed. Your arms, forearms, hands, and fingers are all deeply and thoroughly cleansed. Your entire body is surrounded by luminous white light. Gently breathing in through the nose, absorbing all this luminous white light. Gently breathing out any dirty, used up energy. Gently breathing in luminous white light into every part of your body. Gently breathing out any dirty, used up energies. Gently breathing in more luminous white light into every part of your body. Gently breathing out. Gently starting to come back to the body. Moving the hands and fingers, feet and toes. Gently coming back. And gently opening the eyes and returning back to a seated position. Okay, everybody feeling better? Let's do a little bit of movement before we wrap up. So just want to invite you to stand up. Okay, stand up. Just want you to massage your face. Just massage the face. Tapping the top of the head, going back. Top of the head, going back. Going down to the chest, tapping the chest. The stomach area. Tapping the liver on the right side. Tapping the spleen on the left side. The whole abdomen area, just tap, tap, tap. Tapping one of the arms, starting at the shoulder, going down. Tap, tap, tap. Coming back up on the inside. Tapping the armpit. Tapping the other shoulder, going down. Coming back up. The armpit. Tapping the mid-back where the kidneys are located. The lower back, just tap, tap, tap. The hips, going down one of the legs all the way down to the ground. Tap, tap, coming back up. Tapping down the other leg, going down. Coming back up. And just shake the whole body out. Shake, shake, shake. All right, should be good if you want to sit back down. All right. So hopefully everyone's feeling better from that. Okay. So really quick announcements. If you ever want to join these live, I do these every second and fourth Saturdays of the month. Highly encourage you to join. You get your questions answered. You get more personal attention, more feedback. Get to really work through whatever it is you want to talk through and answer your questions, that kind of thing. All the links will be down below. If you check my link tree, that's the best way to just find everything. Just check the link tree for all the stuff. If you're ever in Minnesota and you want to join some of these in person, I do cacao, sound, and pranic healing ceremonies every first and third Fridays of the month, 6 to 8 p.m., again in Minnesota. Those ones, we go a lot deeper than the online ones. There's a lot more healing, a little more of a structure to them. And if you ever want to get more personalized help, more one-on-one help, I offer that as well. Pranic healing, sound healing, it's a really, really great way to heal. One really quick example I'll just share about this, just to kind of give you an idea for those of you who don't know what pranic healing is, or maybe this is your first experience with it. I really like to kind of share this story because it really was profound. And again, it'll be a very quick story. Recently, a mother was introduced to me through a mutual friend, and she needed healing for her 4-year-old son. And this son of hers had a disease, or has a disease, called hydrocephalus. And for those who don't know what that is, it's basically a lot of fluid buildup in the brain. And he, at that point in, December, so about 4 months ago, he was experiencing really bad migraines, almost daily, sometimes twice daily, and they would last for hours. And the pain would be so bad that he would sometimes vomit from it. And after about, I would say about 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 3 or 4 sessions of really working on him and healing him, he ended up having greatly reduced symptoms. He pretty much stopped having the migraines. And as far as what the mother has reported to me and shared with me over the last 4 months, I think he's only had maybe 5 to 10 very mild headaches since then. And really, that to me is very profound, going from a place of unable to live life because of how much pain the migraines are causing him, to now being able to go do the things that a regular 4-year-old does. So I share this just to kind of give you an idea of what's possible with pranic healing. Pranic healing is really a way to complement Western medicine, to assist in whatever the doctors kind of recommend to you. It's not meant as a replacement. But it really helps to accelerate whatever healing you need to go through with whatever disease you have, whether it be physical, emotional, or mental. It really helps. There's tons and tons of protocols. So if this is something that interests you, something that you want help with, maybe you have something you're kind of working through and want some more assistance, I would love to work with you and see how we can connect. So you can schedule a discovery call down below, or just schedule for a session, whichever feels right for you. And we can go from there and see how we can work together. But other than that, I'm so grateful for you being here. And please subscribe, comment, all the things. Check out the Discord community. Connect with people that are like-minded, who are interested in this type of thing. And I hope to see you in the next video. So we'll just do a quick closing prayer, and I'll see you then. So put your hands over your heart. To the divine supreme God, divine Father, divine Mother, to all the great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. To my spiritual teacher, Master Chokok Sui Lord Mahaguruji Meiling, to our higher souls, the divine selves. Thank you all for your priceless blessings. Thank you. We're so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Please close all portals. Thanks and full faith. With gratitude, respect, and love. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So thank you so much, YouTube. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.